This is the trifecta of... Okay, I was going to say the trifecta of retardation, but that would be bad for me to say, because I don't say that word. But...
It is the trifecta of retardation. I'll say it.
Oh my god. Alright, here we go.
I'm sorry if you hear this, Turkey Tom, but this is just evidence that Keffals lives in your head beyond rent-free. You are paying her to live in your head.
I am excited to react to this. I'm glad that I have Xan here for this too.
Oh my god.
This is so funny.
I did, you know, when this came out, the night this came out, I did tweet out, I hate to admit it, but
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move this up to 1.2.
God, this video is so cringe. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is. Very much so. Very much so.
diss track kind of slaps.
Yeah, but he can't rhyme for shit.
At one point he rhymes. Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, let's go.
It's kind of weird hearing the song sped up, though, I will say.
It's time that we get into the turkey. Just about as how you know the beef jerky. Why on Discord? Aren't you like 30? On Twitter hitting up, girls getting flirty. Have your age and a bigger than you'll ever be. More subs in my second channel than you'll ever see. More subs in my second channel.
My favorite thing is that I was watching Turkey Tom on Cold Cuts, and he said that he literally just rented that car for the diss track. That is not his car.
Yeah,
No
of course. Like nobody, like he probably makes pretty good money on his channel, but I don't think he makes Lambo money.
Hey, guess what? Most of the cars in most videos that you see do not belong to the people, and he's a YouTuber. It's not, bro.
He publicly said that he rented it. Like, who gives a? This is not the own the thing.
That's not an own. Like, what the? I mean, like literally everyone knows that. Exactly, Rennie. Exactly. Oh dear God. Ooh, that was an own, guys. That was an own.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. We didn't already know that.
It's just the whole thing is so goofy.
It's a YouTube. Oh my God. Okay, dear Keffals, being that you want to be in the commentary community, there used to be a thing called diss tracks back in 2016, 2017, and what Turkey Tom has done is literally brought them back. Okay.
Oh, I mean, she should know because I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but they literally reference that later in the video, so
yeah.
They know.
So they know about the silliness. They know about, you know, you're just showing out. That's all you're doing in it. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
The fact that he had to make a third channel to put this up because he knew, like, if he put it on his main or second channel, everyone would be like, what the fuck is this?
You're a dumb bitch. It was in his original video, you asshole. Pigeon salad for 5. At least Tom was able to pay for that car without GoFundMe. Period. Point blank. Period. Thank you, Pigeon salad.
It's like he made this as a passion project because he hates you so much. This wasn't for views or clout or for, like, any...
Xanderhal, I'm gonna need your sickly looking ass to shut the f up.
Okay, but can we just acknowledge Tom does hate Tipster? It's not a secret. He's always hated Tipster. Like, this is just a known thing.
Like, validation from a community of people who hates you. This was because he wanted it to exist. He spent all of this money because he has, like, such a deep burning hatred for you that he rented a Lambo. I could guess he would already own the filming equipment, and then, like, found a bunch of filming locations, put all the work into, like, making a song and editing. Like, I don't know if you guys know how much work goes into making something like this. It's not like an undoable undertaking or anything, but you have to have, like, an insane amount of spite in order to do this. And all I could interpret this as is, I'm sorry if you hear this, Turkey Tom, but this is just evidence that Keffals lives in your head beyond rent-free. You are paying her to live in your head.
Well, this is about Tipster.
What? What does this have to do with Keffals? I'm so confused. Like, a majority of... There's, like, one part that's about Keffals, and a majority of the song is... It's just about Tipster.
The song...
How are we turning this into a Keffals thing?
Yeah, the song is about Tipster. It's Xanderhal doing what he does best, gets into a situation and not know what the f he's talking about.
Honestly.
This is the trifecta of... Okay, I was gonna say the trifecta of retardation, but that would be bad for me to say. Because I don't say that word. But
it is the trifecta of retardation. I'll say it.
Oh my god. Oh.
I just get mentioned in it.
Yeah.
Tipster and Keffals, though, right? Like, they seem to have, like, that community seems to have, like, a bonded fixation on both of you now. Like, it's like they think that, they seem to have their fan fiction about the both of you, and so when they talk you, it's like, either of you, they have to throw in a criticism of the other. It's interesting.
I honestly, the noodle discourse, the noodle drama has been a blessing because it's actually, like, too indecipherable for the commentary community. They do not know how to weigh in.
Keffals. What is the noodle drama? What noodle drama is she talking about?
Apparently, she got called, like, a racist or a bigot or something because she put out a tweet about how she liked noodles. Literally, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a because she walks around calling, saying shit about Keemstar that's not true. She's walking around talking about Tipster's ex-friends. Not true. You play the game plays you. I don't give a. I don't care who says what about you. I do not give a. You can walk around with all these falsehoods going, I'm just trolling, but nobody can troll you back. Shut the up. I don't give a.
I hate that when they're just like, oh, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
nah. Her.
At all. And, like, when they do because if they weighed in, they'd probably take my side on it, but they don't want to ever say anything nice about me. So all I have to do is, like, continuously engage in the stupidest, most terminally online drama, and they'll leave me alone forever.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is, like, there's no way in hell they would have ever covered the Noodlegate stuff or the Arsler discourse, because they'd have to defend you in those cases, and they're never going to defend you.
I mean,
it's never gonna
Tom
happen.
did cover the retard stuff, and he basically said this is Keffals' own fault for building a woke scold army, which, you know what, that's kind of fair. The only reason I was able to deplatform Kiwi Farms from Cloudflare is because I did have a woke scold army, and they did eventually turn on me. But the difference is that was my Twitter audience, which is a different audience than my live stream audience that did not actually care.
Yeah, I think it's funny because, like, in that video too, he called me, like, a retard at the time. He just was like, why is Tipster defending Keffals? He was so confused by that.
Now, you notice she says she built up her woke scold army, right? You know what that means? That means that she knew she was being fake.
Oh, yeah.
She knew she was being fake to build that army because her live stream audience didn't care. Well, that's because she was faking it on Twitter to build that woke scold army. Come on, girl. You telling on yourself, dumb bitch.
Well, I mean, her and Tipster are kind of perfect for each other in that aspect, right?
True. True.
It's interesting because this is what you get for fostering a woke scold audience. They will cancel you for saying the R-slur argument. It kind of reminds me a lot of the response I got from a lot of conservatives with my false strikes on YouTube, where it's like, I'm in favor of TOS on YouTube as long as it's actually being enforced fairly and equally, like, and consistently, you know? I would prefer if it's actual humans doing most of the reviewing, and if there was a system. Like, there's plenty of you know, things I would add to the system to make it work better. It's clearly very broken right now. But the response from conservatives every time I get a false strike, despite the fact I've gotten, like, 10 strikes on my channel in my entire lifetime, and they've all been taken away by YouTube and determined false, because I don't...
Matt Pitt says, Nick has given good faith to Keffals multiple times in the past 2 years. That's actually very true. Augie has talked to Keffals on stream. True. Tipster is bullshit. True. Reason why we didn't cover it, because it was stupid. True. I mean, I didn't even know about it. But, yeah, there you go. Good job, Matt.
All true. Good job,
Don't
Matt.
break the rules. They always say this is what you get for advocating for, like, anti-hate speech or TOS, and it's like, so you think YouTube just shouldn't have anything banned? Because the fault of this is there being things banned and there being a system that catches people falsely, because this is a false strike. This is what this isn't YouTube punishing me because they've made their rules, like, extra harsh, and now I'm getting, like, attacked for it. It's almost like that's what they try to pretend it is, and it feels like a very, like, desperate attempt to find an argument against the person you don't like that won't...
Sander, nobody cares what you're saying. Not a damn person listening to this gives a what's coming out of your mouth.
I don't even know why he's here. I'm just like, okay, all right.
Like what?
Make you look hypocritical. Because if they just say, haha, yeah, this, you know, lefty got deplatformed, they're very clearly denoting how, you know, hypocritical they are. If they go after you for saying the R-slur, then they're not against the R-slur. They'd be, like, exposing themselves as hypocritical on that front. So it's better just not cover it at all, or to just sort of frame it as a, this is the consequences you get kind of thing, right? Because the idea of these videos is, let's not even pretend like the drama community on YouTube isn't just trying to find any way to monetize the negative ill will around a content creator at a given time. And if they can create more ill will, they can monetize, they will do it.
Well, okay,
So,
that's fair, but
yeah.
what about this then? Because this definitely did not make money.
Well, this seems to be like from the heart. You know, this is a passion project. I'm talking about like broadly because I see deranged posts about.
It's
you
also
guys all the
funny
time.
why are you using Discord? You're 30 years old and calling Tipster creepy, and then Turkey Tom is also like hanging out in person with mother Keemstar, who's in his 40s and dating people who are like 18.
So she can so she can put out false narratives though, right? Tipster, what do you got to say about her saying that Brantley was 18?
True. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah,
but
like
Oh,
True. Yeah. So damn, Brantley's been 18 for a really long
he
time.
has
Holy.
been 18 for a long time. God damn, it's not like she only just turned 22 or something. Holy.
This is when I got like legitimately mad about the video because he has defended that relationship so many times, and I just don't understand. This man cannot have an original thought or opinion for himself whatsoever. He just leeches off of everybody that he hangs around and just copies their identities, and I'm disgusted. I just can't. I can't with this man.
I mean, he could have easily said, well, she's actually 22 and they were 20 when they started dating. He could have very easily said that. He could have very easily said that and still went along with, like, whatever. Like, I understand you're doing a joke, but the facts are, just in case for people in her audience, when I went and talked to Adam McIntyre in front of his audience, one of his people were having a fit because I'm friendly with Keemstar, and like, Keemstar dates literal 18-year-olds, and I stopped the interview and I was like, to that person in your chat, no, she's actually about to be 22 and they started dating when she was 20. I'm not going to sit here and perpetuate a lie.
Well, that's my thing, is like, I understand that he's got bad blood with Keemstar in a sense because of, I think, the whole like lolly drama.
Yeah.
But even still, even if I didn't like somebody and I knew what the truth was, I would still, clarify if I knew something was incorrect. It just goes to show how petty and retarded he is, honestly, for not clarifying this, because he's just giving people more ammunition to go after him.
Perfect example. That tweet, remember that thread I put out? And where, Tipster said that I was comparing him to a pedo, okay?
Yeah.
With that one, and I showed that tweet that he had Salvo and Edwin and Cyrus in the same tweet. All right? It's obvious I don't like Edwin and Salvo, but you did the very thing you were saying about me.
I don't know if he's intentionally a hypocrite or if he's really just that stupid. I really think he's just that stupid sometimes, to be honest.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think he's intentional. And I'm going to tell you why I think he's intentional. Because he's gotten by with it for so long here. So he thinks he's going to get by with it there. But I guess he forgot who he hung around here.
Maybe. I don't know. I think you're giving him too much credit. I think he's just a retard. I'm sorry.
Because
I don't think he's that smart.
He is doing some shit.
Yeah, true.
it's like, okay, so why is it that Keemstar gets a pass when it's like he looks like a offender?
No.
Oh my god.
Bro.
I remember.
It's really funny because one of Tipster's mods now, Fembro, who I think is like pro deplatforming or whatever, was in my Twitter replies earlier defending this and was like, "Oh, it's just a joke, just a joke." Well, I mean, there are lots of people who joked about Tipster being into lolly or Tipster being whatever, and that wasn't okay. But this is fine.
Oh, Tipster left the community because of jokes. What? That's why he left. People were with him.
I remember I ratioed Keemstar for the first time, and I was like, huh. Is like most of his following bots or something at this point? It was very bizarre. Like, he doesn't actually get that much engagement when he gets into arguments with people.
Yeah, his following is about as dead as his libido unless he's taking testosterone supplements.
It's like his tweets get a ton of likes. but his and this is back like, well, I'm banned from Twitter now, so I'm talking about when I would like before Elon bought Twitter and stuff. So this could not be the case now. But his tweets would get a lot of likes, but his replies wouldn't. So you could like reply to one of his tweets, and then get him to reply to that with like something condescending, and then you could ratio that reply easily. He'd get like 10 likes on his replies, and it's so weird. I feel like Keemstar might unironically bought a fair amount of his engagement on social medias, at least back then, and like you can see it with a lot of the right-wing accounts, like so much of their likes and following is bots.
There's someone in my community who said the funniest thing. She like quote tweeted Keemstar. And she's trans, she gets the pass on this one. But she said, Keemstar is 41 years old, and if I acted like him at 41, I would 41 myself.
That's actually a good 41% joke. Only trans people can make them. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Jeez.
But yeah,
I hate these people so much. I thoroughly hate these people so much.
That was the worst joke I've ever heard.
I mean, like, I feel like Keemstar is not even a person. Tell me if this makes sense to you guys. Keemstar is one of those people that doesn't feel like a person who makes videos on the internet, but more like an idea, like a concept, you know?
You can kill the man, but the concept lives on. There's always going to be a Keemstar.
Well, it's because he is the concept, right? Like, this guy's been pretty much exposed for, like, for example, the H3H3 videos with, like, the content nukes, I think there might have been, like, 1 or 2 points in there that got picked apart for some, like, misrepresentations or something, but most of the in those videos was, like, glaringly, like, scathing.
It was half and half on both those videos. If they would have took the right parts, the correct parts in both those videos and put it together as one, it would have been a good video. But half of each one of those 2 videos, half of them were filled with bullshit and lies and not telling the whole story. I remember those.
Reveals of things that that Keemstar's done that he's made an active effort to hide because he doesn't want people to know about it. And it's like, yeah, there's really nothing that Keemstar could probably do at this point. Like, with the amount of careers he's destroyed with lies, like, this was going back, like, to 2016, 2015, 2014. Like, it's insane how much scummy, beyond the pale Keemstar has done, but still maintains that audience because he owns being a bad person.
Let's keep going with the song. We're 26 seconds in, and we've already done like 5 times as much commentary.
Just unlocked me.
Ever eat money grow nugget that your penis should never see. You want some advice? Well, here's my tip. If I was your dog, in my whole shit. If I was you, lose a weight and go lift. Do a couple push-ups and lose less dead. You're a loser in a creep, that's 2 out of 3. Low ass shoes in my motherfucking feet. I'ma hit tippy with a 2-2-3. Leave his ass dead in the motherfucking street. See them making fun of you on.
Can I just say, like, that is not a lot of weight. Like,
no, it's not.
He's
Jesus Christ. What, bro?
Who cares? It's a fucking, oh my god.
It's a diss track on YouTube. Who gives a...
It's
If
more weight
anything...
than Tipster could lift.
God damn. It's a diss track. Who gives a... It's funny. Oh my god. Oh my god.
lifting the bar plus what looks like a 10, like maybe a 5-pound weight plate. Like,
yeah, it's not that much. I didn't notice that the first time I saw the video, but yeah, it's not a lot of weight on there.
Well, it could be that, like, that's definitely not his max. For one, there's the argument that you could, so what I'm guessing happened is his max is probably like 2 extra.
Okay, I'm sorry, Xanderhal, you can't talk because you are looking sickly ever since you came back. I'm just saying, Xander.
I mean, I guess I can't say that that's more than Tipster could lift because he does have to lift himself every day.
Oh my God, Maggot! Maggot!
That's a lot, you know.
Maggot, be nice. God damn it. You are so bad.
For plates, 3 extra plates, right? And that would be him clearly trying his hardest, but it wouldn't be impressive. So he's trying to make it seem like the joke is that he's lifting less, like a ridiculously low amount of weight here for the music. So it's supposed to be like ironic, like, oh look, I'm lifting weights, ironic.
He's very annoying. That's Xanderhal, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Xanderhal being annoying.
Ironically in the music video, but I genuinely think that if he did his max, it wouldn't be that much. I'm not saying that as a very strong person. I'm just saying that as someone critiquing the video from like an artistic perspective, I think that's probably what happened there.
Yeah, I do think it's funny, like, the chorus of this song is, I'm reading what they're saying about you on Kiwi Farms. They're talking about how much of a creep you are. It's like, the site is owned by someone who's a and the entire site is populated by schizo-Nazis. Like, how is that an own? Like, if Kiwi Farms likes you, there's something wrong with you.
Well, what I find interesting is that there's sort of been a meme for a while now that a lot of drama YouTubers get most of their info from.
This coming from the woman who lied about Kiwi Farms being the ones that doxed her.
That's true.
She'd already had it out for Kiwi Farms. It wasn't Kiwi Farms that originally doxed her. It was another site that did that I will not name. But it wasn't Kiwi Farms. She's always had it out for them. You know?
Yeah.
From Kiwi Farms. They don't like having to deep dive and dig around for, you know, different like Reddit threads going back years from different dramas. They like having a place like Kiwi Farms that's like a big thread of people's different worst moments. The problem is, and anybody who's like ever had any engagement with Kiwi Farms should know this, is that it's not a very reliable platform. It's a site where people that very much don't like particular people online go and gossip about them. Sure, there'll be some stuff there about some people that'll be true, but it's also going to be a lot of like schizo ramblings. Like, inevitably, any Kiwi Farms thread will be just lots of schizo rambling.
And guess what we see on Twitter? Schizo ramblings. Guess what you see on Facebook? Schizo ramblings. Reddit?
This to me, this just tells me that they don't know anything about, like, Tipster's lore in the community, because I don't think that Tom's opinion about Tipster is entirely based off of Kiwi Farms. Not even close.
Right. Oh my god, it's just a diss track, people. Holy
So it's just interesting that he's talking about like reading these schizo ramblings on Kiwi Farms and being like, this is where I get my opinion about you from. I don't know.
Yeah.
Farms. They're talking about how much of a freak you are, and I'd honestly feel bad, and I'd offer you my pity, but I'm busy out here buying me a sleek new car.
You just stay away from the goth mobbies. Shoot you in the head like hot zombies.
I had been said that. I would like to go back to this one line, please.
Buying me a sleek new car.
You just stay away from the goth mobbies.
I had been told that man that. I told that man back when we were friends. Get rid of that whole goth mommy thing. What the
This one's for Matt Pitt. I am not a goth mommy. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Matt Pitt.
yeah,
Thank
Matt
you.
Pitt. Yeah, Matt Pitt. She ain't a goth mommy. Matt Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even goth.
I don't think half of them were, to be honest.
No, they're not.
No. And then what irritated me with that back then, and I'm sorry, I got a little smoke for everybody, is the girls that would lean into being called goth mommies. It was like, why? Why are you gonna let him put you down like that? Do you not understand you are being put down by being called a goth mommy? That's saying that you are not worth any more than being called a goth mommy. You are
Literally
worth more
never.
than that, woman.
Never. Nope.
Oh. Swear to God.
Shoot you in the head like hot zombies. Well, you always fuck like Rob Zombie. Trying to give Keffals that slop top. Pretend what.
You've done a pretty bad job of giving me that slop toppy tipster. I think Tom kind of owned you there.
Jeez, I'll have to step up my game, I guess. I ain't got that Riz shit.
I'm sorry that I don't dress like a goth mommy. I got the top, I guess. Do I need to put on some black lipstick? What do you want?
Oh. God. Yeah, sure. Just throw on some black. That's what makes you a god. Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I hate her so much. I don't think anyone understands how much I hate her.
I think I get it.
Yeah, you got to go all out with it. You know, I heard you saying something about like, you know, dark hair with like red highlights the other day. Like maybe that'll work.
All
Maybe
right,
that'll do the job.
I'll step up my game.
Roll up a stogie action on Tipster and tell him to blow me. You trying to eat burgers, especially Zoe. You said you was leaving. You better get going. You're gonna deactivate, cry like a bitch. Mudahar, you throwing a fit.
Okay, so how did Mudahar own you?
Okay, Tipster. How did Mudahar own you, Tipster?
Here
How
we go.
How did Mudahar own you, Tipster? Here we go. Tipster's insightful reaction to that question, everybody.
I was really confused about this line.
I know that like Mudahar's like wife like really dislikes me. I think what it comes down to is like I got into a fight with like one of her friends, and so she just like hates me after that. So maybe it has something to do with that. I'm not really sure.
I'm not really sure. I think I'm not really sure, guys. I don't really know why. It's not because I'm like a creep or anything, but you know, I'm not really sure, guys.
This is from one of Augie's live streams. He broke it down to a video. And this is why Joe Jangles does not like Tipster. Pigeon Salad for 5. These 3 schizos with poor money management skills and names like sleeping pill brands make me want to have a healthy relationship with alcohol. Thank you, Pigeon Salad for 5.
By the way, shout out to Joe Jangles. She follows me on Twitter. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she is cool. I remember when we made up on, because I was on Tipster side about Joe Jangles, and then we, like, made up with her on Edwin's stream. And yeah, she's been really cool ever since. And quite honestly, she was right. She was right about him the whole time, because because he ended up doing the same thing to Brantley that she was saying he was doing to her.
What's up? What's going on?
All right, there's 2 sides of the story being told here. We're
Okay,
trying to
so
get to
for
the bottom
4
of this.
years, Tipster has followed me and then blocked me whenever I don't follow.
I haven't even known of your existence for 4 years. You're saying that I tried.
Didn't you?
I haven't even known of your existence
Paige
for
the
4 years.
Panda? Didn't you go and look for Paige the Panda on Facebook and friend request her?
Wait,
Yeah, I was.
Maker girl.
Yeah, I was in
Yes.
communication with her because we were discussing her GoFundMe and
She
shit.
quit communication with you and you went and frickin' friend requested her on Facebook. You went to go look for her
That's
on Facebook.
not true. That's not true. When I friended her on Facebook, we were.
I have the
I'm
screenshot.
not saying I didn't friend her.
Why
I
are you
absolutely
doing
did
stuff
friend
like
her.
this? You always do stuff like this to get people's attention. You've been doing shit like this for 4 years. I think
That doesn't sound like you got in an argument with a friend of hers. That doesn't sound like you got in an argument with a friend of hers at all.
Kind of sounds like he's a creep.
And you following, unfollowing her, blocking her, unfollowing her, following her, unfollowing her. You did the same thing to Brantley. Because recently, well, not really recently, Brantley's actually been kind of saying it for months now, that you've been following her, unfollowing her, following her, unfollowing her. And everybody knows that, that's a tactic to get somebody to follow you. Why are we doing justice for Squatchin'? What's wrong with Squatchin'?
We love you, Squatchin'.
Wait, why are we saying justice for Squatchin'? What happened?
Oh, wait, she was timed out by Empress K. What? Empress, what are you doing?
Empress, why are you timing out Squatchin'? It had to have been a mistake.
Misclick.
Oh, okay. Please be careful. Let's be real, he does it to a lot of women. Apparently, Matt. Apparently. Squatchin', when you come back, we will light candles in the chat for you, okay? We're going to be summoning you back. Squatchin' was wrongfully timed out, yes.
That's rich coming from Matt.
Yeah.
That's fucking rich. Fucking rich, Matt.
Matt's an asshole. All right, so let's continue to hear this.
you're gross.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's so
you're saying I've been doing this shit for 4 years. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I haven't even known
I don't follow you back. You saw me in a VC
so
with
you
Colossal.
think I followed you expecting a follow back? You're just
crazy
making
one time.
Then why did you do it to Brantley too, Tipster? Why did you do it to Brantley too? Why were you following her, unfollowing her, following her, unfollowing her? Why would you do that?
You went and followed me on every orifice of social media because maybe you thought that
in
was like a way to
VC
get
with
a target
Colossal is
clown.
crazy. I've never been in a
saw
VC
that,
with
and then you went
Colossal
and followed
crazy.
me. This was 4 years ago. You saw me in a VC with him, and then you started following me.
I've never been in a VC with Colossal crazy.
You have
What are you
never
talking
been in,
about?
but you saw me in a VC in a private
Where would
server
I
with
see
him.
you in a
And
VC
then,
with Colossal's
with
crazy?
That crazy Irish badass that everybody was like that one dumb.
I have never seen you in a
what?
VC with
It's
Colossal's
fine.
crazy,
It's
so I have no
fine.
idea what you're talking about.
It showed that you were being a little clout chasing because he wasn't talking to you and he doesn't like you. And on top of that, all of this when it comes to people, this is all you've done. All you've done is try to get people's attention. When anybody gets caught, you did the same thing with Oki. You wanted to go and bury the hatchet with him when he got a little bit of clout when his video started taking off. And then you wanted to like go around and make an apology tour with all of his friends.
You seem to be making a lot of assumptions about me with
There's
like
not an
no
assumption,
grounds
it's
whatsoever.
there. It's actually there.
You're talking about how I followed you when I seen you in a VC with
You've
Colossal's
done it.
crazy.
You've
I've
done
never
it so
seen this
many
before.
times.
This has
is the kind of
literally never
shit-
happened.
This is literally the kind of shit that you've done for like 4 years. You try to collect women. I wasn't going to be one of them, so I'm going to make fun of you for it.
I get that everybody thinks like the e-girl memes are like real, but just because I'm friends with women doesn't mean I'm trying to f them.
Guys,
Like,
guys,
what the
guys,
f- dude.
guys, we're not. This isn't very productive.
Okay, here we go. Here comes Nick with the you know, optics.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Dojangles, do you think Tipster was ever trying to hit?
I think he just tries to collect girls, and I think that's gross. Even if he's
what do you
not,
mean by
even if he's
collect? Like in a menagerie?
even
Or
if
like...
he ain't trying to, I think he always just tries to like gather girls and just have like this little section of girls. And to me,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually agree with Dojangles there.
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. You know, it's really funny because, like, when I first came into the community, Tipster, ironically enough, was, like, my first kind of acquaintance or friend in the community. So, I mean, I don't know. I agree with her, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, because it's always like he has e-whores. He has goth mommies. He has this. He has that. And it's always women and like he's got the big riz and he's got, you know, he's the one that the women love. Yeah, no, for clout, I think he collects women. Yes.
And if you ever watch his streams too, he like is constantly seeking validation from his chat, from women in the chat, you know, shit like that. It's cringe.
No, I agree. I actually agree with that. Matt Pitt says he does try. Hold on, because that damn heart.
You, Matt. I already read it. You, Matt. Son of a.
I'll read it out loud, Matt. He does try to collect girls, and Maggot Edits was part of the collect. Well, you were part of the collection at one point.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Matt? Your leg is part of my collection. How do you feel about that?
Yes. Someone fuels and feeds off the hate of Matt Pitt with me, and I love it. I am reveling in this. Oh my god, I'm bathing in the blood of my enemies right now, and I love it. Oh, yes. Okay. Sorry. That made me feel good that you're yelling at him.
For what? What's the purpose? What's the purpose?
At a dude that goes around talking about how he's married, but then he'll sit in like voice chats with. This is just my personal opinion, and I don't care if anybody else doesn't really like it. But if you sit in a voice chat for hours with like women that aren't your wife and talking about NSFW art, I could think you're kind of gross. Because I'm going to tell you.
Do you really think that happens, or is this something that you pulled out of your?
I've seen messages that you've sent to girls at like 4 a.m. like. I'm bored, you up.
Like
literally,
wait a minute.
Okay, I have to admit, yes, did I talk to Tipster at 4 a.m.? Yes, I have. You know why? Because I don't sleep, okay? I literally talk to anyone that is, like, it's nothing for Leon to message me at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning going, I know you up. I know you up. And he'll message me, okay? So I have to admit, yes, I would talk to him like 4 in the morning. Because I don't sleep. Can you hold the chat down? Can you talk to the chat?
God, please, this is a lot. All right, fine. Matt, you should come argue with me so that I'm not alone.
Yeah, Matt, come in here and argue with maggots. That way I can go run to the restroom, please.
I'll try my best, okay?
Wait, we're waiting. Total goth mommy destruction. Okay. Matthew Pitt, get your ass in here.
Okay, buddy. Tell that to your other leg.
Oh. Matt Pitt's a punk ass. He won't come up here.
You know something?
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom.
I think Tipster took Colton for granted. Because Tipster needs an online therapist, right? He's been looking up for all these women for emotional support. But he had one right in front of him. Colton is the perfect online therapist. And they could have had a great relationship together. But instead he calls him a suicide baiter and like pushes him to the curb.
It's a crime against humanity, really. When are you giving me your other leg?
My leg is not for sale, lady.
I didn't say I was buying it.
You cannot have my leg, you fucking weird goth mommy. My leg is not your goth mommy. It will
You
never...
can't stop me. You can't stop me. Okay, I'm taking it by force.
Totally. All right, cool.
Thank you for coming up here, okay? Because I have stage fright.
No problem. I've run out of material since Xylie needs to hurry up and pee.
In the comments, and then, is it still there? Yeah, Wendigoon is in the reply calling the song fire, and I was like, damn, Wendigoon, I actually liked your videos.
Oh, no.
Just leave Wendigoon out of this. What are you doing?
This was so dumb.
This is so childish, dude.
Fringe political takes or not, and Wendigoon was one of them that I knew, because I watched him go on PKA quite a few times. It's a podcast that I watch, not for their political opinions, but he's like, he talks about being like a Sunday school teacher, and is like, he vaguely gestures his political positions, and they're very clearly conservative.
That's disappointing. I've been disappointed so much. The more I learn about YouTubers, the more I realize that, you know, during the revolution, we need to have the Night of Hammers, where all the YouTubers are dragged out of their house and beaten to death with hammers.
In Minecraft, in Hightail.
Oh yeah. In Roblox, in the Minecraft game mode in Roblox in Gary's mod.
I do think and I include myself.
She is so dry. I can't stand her humor. Her humor is horrible. Xanderhal, who cares that he's conservative? Yeah, conservative has nothing to do with this.
I think it's hilarious that we're in 2023 and people still think like this. Like, we're basing our entire judgments of people on whether they're conservative or not. It's so gay.
You know what pisses me off? That they lump in the whole entire commentary community as one thing, and it's not true. Guess what? There are left-leaning people in the
commentary community.
Yeah.
But it's not even about, like, some people don't even give a about politics.
Exactly! Exactly! It's not political!
Yeah.
What the Stop!
Like, I hate how he forces people into this political sphere. Like, oh, that's Brandon Buckingham. He's kind of right. He's right-wing. Like, I don't know if he is or not. Like, I don't know his political motivations. I just know he's, like, an edgy dude who interviews people on YouTube.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's, like, a hardcore right-winger. It just means that, like, dude, 10 years ago, no one gave a fuck. Politics was boring, like, 10 years ago. No one cared about it.
Yep.
And it's like, these retards are always, like, inserting their politics into things, and it's because of their autism.
And every friend that I have in this, if all YouTubers were just annihilated off the face of the earth like a Thanos snap, the world would probably be better. Because, like...
And that's including you, Xanderhal.
The amount of, like, all...
What, Matt?
You know what I care about?
What?
Air conditioning.
True.
Bro.
You give me a room that's fully air conditioned, you got my book.
Period.
Awful, horrible people on YouTube is just so vast that if we just all got Thanos snapped, the world would be better.
Sad but true.
Yeah. It's sad, but it is true. Like, at this point, I feel like the world's worst person is probably on YouTube.
Who the fuck is this guy beside Tom?
Oh, Brandon Buckingham is an interesting one. I've got lore on this one because he was also a PKA guest a few times. So Brandon Buckingham is like a shock jock YouTuber. He does prank videos where they're mostly like right-wing, like trolling lefties types pranks, but not all of them, right? He doesn't seem to be as married to right-wing politics, but he's definitely a conservative.
He looks like an extra from Guitar Hero.
Who cares? Who cares if he's a conservative?
Bro, that's all he talks about. That's
Bro!
all he cares.
Okay, you know what? This is the difference between the internet and the real world. In the real world, you can walk with, talk with, hang out with people who are literally different political opinions. You know why? Because it's not your friendship with them is not based on their political opinions. Your friendship with them is based off of how you vibe off each other and whether y'all can get along. What the?
That's how these people operate, though. That's how you know they have no friends.
God damn. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like he's a bit in the orbit of Sam Hyde. To give you an idea, like he really wants to be.
Yeah,
Sam
he
Hyde.
is. Yeah.
Bitches to give you a tongue, all in their DMs like, give me a hug. Gain more weight when you gain.
I will say, Brandon Buckingham was based in his destruction of Danny Mullen, who's even worse than him.
Tipster, you. Anna Mole, she a slut too. Shut up, Jalen. Yuck, dude. No IRL lady's gonna touch you.
Why is it that, like, if Tipster interacts with women at all, it's always that Tipster wants to fuck everyone? I don't get.
Keffals!
He does.
Keffals, did you not do any research?
No. No, she didn't.
You know, it's like when Aiko tweeted out that screenshot of Tipster's like live stream calling all goth mommies. What I said was true. It was him leaning into that meme is what got his ass in trouble in the first place.
It made 0 sense, by the way, that stream title, because he has no goth mommies left. Like, what
They're all trans.
Yeah, that's true.
Edit, do they never interact with women?
Yeah, I don't know. What this really comes down to is I told like some Coomer memes with like female friends of mine, and then now it's being spun into Tipster's this weirdo that just tries to fuck everyone, and I don't know. It's really dumb.
I will say, I don't think Tipster was actually trying to get laid.
No, are you kidding me? He
Yeah.
would have never been able to touch a single one of these women. Come on. Come the fuck on. It was all just a fantasy for him. There was no way in hell he would ever have gotten with any of these women. But that's like part of the whole thing, you know?
Maggie,
He just wants a fantasy. He knows he ain't actually getting none. Come on.
Maggie, you were such an asshole. You're like, what? Maggot's an asshole. What the?
True. It's true. Like, I don't know what you want from me, man.
Oh man.
It feels like they don't know about having friends that are women that are part of your bro group that you can do like I feel like the best way to describe it is like, hey fellow straight men, you know how you'll get in Discord with your friends and you'll like make jokes about cocks and dicks and sing the lyrics of sus remixes because it's memey and it's funny? Like, basically imagine you do that, but it's with someone who's a woman and you don't want to fuck them.
Exactly. Like, it's literally that.
I think that's the best way to explain it to that kind of. I actually have found, and I know I'm 23 saying this and it sounds hilarious coming from me, but like,
The Asian assassin is in the chat. Don't come at me, girl. Do not come at me.
We're safe. She's in bed.
Okay, good. I was about to say, don't be firing up a stream canceling me. It's the last thing I need.
I
feel like as I get...
She's in the trees watching.
I love Aiko too. Aiko's awesome. Aiko's the homie.
older, I noticed that a lot of this like disconnect in dramas like this are literally age reliant. Like, I feel like Turkey Tom and like a lot of the drama sphere are like very much like early 20s, really wanting to stay attached to that like 2016 2017 era when they were probably teenagers and like never have that go away. It really feels like they're basically like early 20s living as teenagers, trying to keep their like internet lives as it was when they were teenagers during the golden glory days, and they see you're living your life as an adult and just kind of like growing out of that sort of stuff to a certain extent as you being lame now. I noticed the same thing with iDubbbz.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking of.
100%. Yeah, it's literally like it's iDubbbz on a smaller scale.
Growing out of it. How old is Tipster? He's how old? 34? Growing out of it? Yeah.
Wait.
I fucking hope so, buddy.
Wait, didn't Tipster call iDubbbz a cuck too?
Yep.
Wasn't he around about iDubbbz too before he flipped?
Before he suddenly changed his opinion about everything to fit with Keffals? Yeah, he did.
Bro. Oh.
100%. But like, what's funny is like they keep going on and on about how like I'm supposedly like
Takashi, yes, 100%. Why is Xander acting like he didn't want to infiltrate the community? 100%. I remember when Xanderhal was like, I'm gonna infiltrate the commentary community. He didn't do a very good job, did he?
No. I think he lost a debate to Willie Mac or something.
Yeah, he didn't. Go ahead.
I feel like that's the only reason Keffals became friends with Tipster, to be honest, because she wanted to get into the commentary community, and it backfired royally on her.
Yeah, no, I think her plan was to be friendly with everyone, and like it just didn't work out.
Yeah, she picked the one guy who would end up isolating her the most from the commentary community.
Yeah, she picked the one guy who was trying to get out of the commentary community.
Well, she had already tried with Bo Black's Nick and Augie. She tried to be nice with them because she wanted in the commentary community. I agree with Tommy when Tommy said that she was trying to infiltrate the commentary community, and she chose the wrong fighter.
She's just not. I don't like people who try to buddy up to you, and in the moment they don't like you, they start trying to assassinate your character.
Yeah.
Like her and Bo Blacks, right? She was all cool with Bo Blacks, talking to him on streams. The moment he's like, I don't want to with her anymore. She's like, oh, well, you're racist. Look at you with the Black Lives Matter song. Hey guys, look at this song. You know, like it's just like I don't like this stuff.
She had the hots for Bo Blacks. Let's be real.
Maybe.
Chris says, why does she think people would be nice to her when she treated everyone like? Yes, exactly, Chris. That's a great question.
Because of that one experience she had with Keemstar and Nick on stream, to be honest.
Well, then she's dumb. She doesn't know how the game is played.
Well, I mean, obviously, she's retarded,
Yeah, true.
Like, cheating on my wife for making these jokes and stuff, and it's like, well, my wife knows about this stuff and she doesn't care. I don't think they understand because, like, a lot of them are younger people who've either never had a serious relationship at all, or maybe they're in their first relationship or something like that, so they don't, like, know how relationships work and how different relationships have different boundaries. Like, maybe some of the jokes I make with some of my friends wouldn't fly in another relationship, but it's fine in mine. And they can't seem to wrap their head around that like, yeah, my wife's totally fine with this and we're cool. It's not an issue.
Yeah, it's fan fiction fodder. It's something that I think anybody on the internet who is a content creator who has had a large group of people not like them, you will watch as fan fiction gets written about you in real time. I've seen it happen.
Oh yeah.
It's just it's part of it, right? And if you aren't, basically you have to walk.
Maybe I'm jaded, but like when people say this kind of shit, like, "Oh, my wife knows. My wife's totally okay with it." Oh, bullshit. That's all I'm saying. X to doubt from me. I don't think that's true, but maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I don't know if she knows about it all or not, to be honest. To be very honest, I don't know.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Walk this fine line of not giving the fan fiction too much attention, because that will essentially Streisand affect it into being canon, and people will just repeat it to upset you, while also indicating that you're willing to debunk it, and not allow those rumors to go around unabated. Because you can't just ignore the rumors and the people talking you and spreading lies about you, but you can't go overboard going after it either. You have to walk a very tight rope.
Well, what's interesting about a lot of this stuff that's like being discussed right now is it's stuff that's like they're relitigating old that's already been addressed in the past, but they're like bringing it back up and like exposing it to like fresh eyes. You know what I mean?
This is funny.
So it's a little bit annoying.
It's funny. It's funny that you added a 17-year-old and said, "Why do all the hot ones like dick?"
I mean,
this is funny.
Wasn't there another instance where he did this too? But it was like
he said a DM to AP over 9K. She sent him a picture of her and her friend. She's like, and Tish was like, "Hey, she's pretty cute," and AP was like, "Yo, she's 16." Oh, well, damn.
Kind of sus that she's hanging out with a 16-year-old, but you know.
Well, I mean, it's kind of sus that she made her kids say the N-word.
True.
You know?
I mean, AP over 9K is kind of sus all the way together, all the way around. Anyway.
That's why I was always confused when Tipster was like, "I forgive her." It was Craig Beckett who manipulated her and put out these DMs.
You guys know he's still friends with her, right?
Wait, what?
No.
He's still friends with her.
Wait, what?
He's been friends with her this whole time. Like, this was part of... Yeah.
When you say friends, what do you mean? Like, I mean, did they still DM?
They still talk.
Well, damn.
Occasionally. Yeah. I really advocated for him to not be friends with her anymore after all that bullshit. But, you know, obviously he's a grown man. He can do what he wants. But from last I knew, they're still friends. So... yeah.
You know what the moment was when I when I lost all confidence in Tipster.
What?
When he lost the debate to DJ Screwdriver.
He
that was
did.
the moment. That was the moment I lost all confidence.
Listen, and I don't like DJ Screwdriver, okay? But he did lose it. He lost it twice. Because he lost it in that thing on Tommy's Discord, too.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way, DJ Screwdriver. The only reason that conversation happened was because of me, so you're welcome.
Maybe I just assumed he ended his friendship with her.
Well, I could see him totally being like, "Yo, publicly, we can't talk, but I'm just gonna check up on you every now and then, see how you're doing."
That's what's happening, but I mean, it's just what's really funny is some of the things that are being relitigated are things that they either didn't think were a big deal at the time, or they actually, in some cases, defended me on some of the things in the past. But now that nobody likes me anymore in that crowd, now let's relitigate it and let's withdraw our defense of Tipster for these things. It's really silly, but I don't know.
Who is he talking about? Who is he talking about there? Because I maintain exactly what I've said. I've maintained exactly what I've said about him. Like with the whole Lolly shit, I fired up my live stream because I was tired of him white knighting for people who, oh my god, bro.
Okay.
This is one of those things where I would literally bet real money that in 8 years, 6 years, maybe less, at least a few of these content creators are going to go through a very similar arc to what you did. And they're gonna, I feel like to stay relevant down the road, so many of these content creators are because right now they're like Turkey Tom, Bo Blacks, and a lot of the more edgier, like RC and stuff like that.
I need to say it. I need to say it because it bothers the shit out of me. Why does his mustache not connect? He has a reverse Hitler stash going on. No mustache in the middle, big on the sides.
Oh my god, that's too funny. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing's just really insane. I'm not gonna act like I'm a perfect person. There's definitely things that I've up on in the past, and I have no problem owning those things. Okay, but at the end of the day, I just decided I didn't want to be a part of that crowd anymore, and I didn't want to be one of those people anymore. I wanted to work on personal growth, and that's what I'm doing. And for whatever reason, they have an issue with it.
Yeah, the point that I was making essentially is that I feel like a lot of the people in the sphere that really don't like you right now, assuming they're if they're going to continue to grow and if they want to reach a point where they become a mainstay household name type YouTuber, they're going to have to sanitize their content to some extent, whether that be as a business decision they make in order.
Xanderhal, do you know everybody who has a problem with Tipster? Because I'm probably the most sanitized out of everybody in this community.
Bro,
this is such cope, anyways, because
he's acting like everybody's going on stream. He's acting like everybody's going on stream saying the N-word.
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen, half the people in this goddamn community don't like me because I'm so goddamn left.
Our content is sanitized.
Yes.
How many viewers does Tom average on a stream, and how many viewers does Tipster average on a stream?
True.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Tom has it in the bag way more than Tipster ever will. So.
Also, Xanderhal has had his own issue with women.
Just saying.
So,
that's true. He was into a meth head too, wasn't he?
Yeah, who took his money and By the way, I think the girl took care of him, right? And then he was just acceptive of her, because I feel like that girl was waiting on him hand and foot, and then she got addicted to meth and kind of ran off, and then he had to be oh damn. But I feel like he was just babied by her.
Oh no, he absolutely. I bet you. I believe the exact same thing. I believe that she absolutely babied him, and then she got hooked up on some shit, and it just went downhill from there. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the clip of him puking, but then she runs in real quick and gets a trash bag and starts cleaning shit up for him.
Yeah. Aiko says anyone who wants something to watch the Michael Alberto Tipster show. Oh yeah, she was watching that today. Aiko watched the Michael Alberto Tipster stream. Yeah, Aiko, did Tipster go in there and yell at and burn bridges with Michael Alberto like he told everybody he did?
That was such a weird crossover. Since when the f are Michael Alberto and Tipster friends?
Well, they're against Nicholas Diorio. With their powers combined, they are against Nicholas Diorio.
With
Ding,
their
ding, ding, ding.
powers combined, they're both retarded.
It's kind of crazy how that equation happened. For all this to happen, Michael Alberto had to have been accused of screenshotting a woman saying the N-word, which Nick made fun of him for. Tipster had to leave the community for Keffals and start white knighting Keffals. So that it's like that plus that equals now Tipster and Michael Alberto are hanging out.
Bro, he's always white knighting somebody. It's got to be somebody, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He used to listen, when I first started watching the commentary community, when I was getting interested in those subjects more than what I was doing, I always noticed on Twitter, Tipster was always white knighting for Nick, Augie, and Boblax. If somebody had one bad thing to say about them, Tipster was the first one there going, "What's up, bro? I'll fight you, bro. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Fuck you." And I mean, and Augie, Nick, and Boblax are chilling, and he's the one going, "Yeah, I'll fight you. What? You know, being all loud and obnoxious and shit, like he gonna do something.
You want to know why?
Why?
It was safe. Because if he did that, Augie, Nick, and Boblax always had his back. There were very few couple times where Tipster had a different take than like Nick or Augie, and each time that happened, he freaked out and deactivated.
Yep.
Holy I mean, I knew about the first part. Yes, the safe part, I totally agree with that. That's exactly was my thinking, but you are right. He did every time he had an opposite. Oh my God, you're right. He
Look,
did.
all I'm saying is that back in December, he was talking about how Nick and Augie and all them were fake friends. That's all I'm saying. So
you're right, though. He did deactivate when he had an opposite opinion of them. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I never picked up on that. I never picked up on that.
And now he's doing the same with Keffals, right? So he's comfortable again because he's white knighting for Keffals and their friends, and he has people that has his back.
I told him flat out not to defend me. Just don't. Like, I'm more than capable to defend myself if I'm like in an argument or whatever. I told him flat out not to defend me because I'm not interested in that.
Well, I remember, I forgot who it was. It was one of the kids that hate me in this community, right? And they were talking about me being old and boring or whatever, right? And then, and I didn't even know it happened because I guess either they have me blocked or I have them blocked or something. Okay, whatever. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing Tipster going off about it. And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, thanks, guy. But he kept going. It got to the point where it was, like, embarrassing how hard he was going. So I had to say something. I had to carry my old ass on Twitter and go, look, I understand not everyone is going to like me. I am not going to be everyone's cup of tea. If you like me, great. Come and watch my stream. If you don't like me, that's fine, too. I can't be for everybody. It's okay.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that if you don't like Xylie, you're wrong. That's it. That's the whole take. You're wrong.
Thank you, Maggots. Thank you. But I mean, literally, I had to go out there and say that on Twitter because he was going so hard. And it's like, I don't care what they say. I don't care. All right, let's see. All right, let's keep going.
In order to, guarantee the future of their career, or if it's something they do because they find themselves growing out of this stuff personally and they end up growing up.
Oh, 100%.
And it's going to be really funny if even one of the people in this sphere 5 years down the road is making a video where they're taking accountability for their past problematic actions. It will be
Have you seen Tom's like YouTube sponsorship video that he had to take down?
Oh, Tipster?
No, I haven't.
Tipster?
What?
I didn't hear this part. Let's see what Tipster says about this.
Okay.
The one with all the Jewish references and
yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
Oh no.
You didn't? I need to hold on.
Wallace called him out.
Yeah, I have it on my someone sent it to me. I have it on my computer. Let me show Xan this clip.
Let's see it.
Because I don't want him to ever live this clip down.
Let me grab let me grab my jug of water. I put a gallon jug of water in the freezer before we started this.
No worries. I'm gonna quickly grab these clips. Well, Tipster gives me that slop toppy.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
Do you know what video they're talking about?
Yeah,
Matt?
that's the one where Turkey Tom made a bunch of Jewish jokes. Angela Wallace called him out on it, and they got in this huge fight during Thanksgiving of 2019. And it caused this whole thing. And then, but there's a clip of Tipster literally defending Turkey Tom from back then. I'm looking for it right now.
Really? Oh yes, please find that clip. Oh, that would be amazing.
That does not surprise me at
Yep,
all.
found it.
You found it? You found the okay, so let's watch this part, and then we're going to watch the Tipster part. Okay, awesome. Let's go.
Jesus. I don't know. They seem to think that like any woman I interact with that I'm trying to like sleep with them, and it's like, no, you can just be friendly with the, women sometimes. Like that's the thing.
I don't know. That sounds gay as Tipster.
Man, jeez.
I've returned, and I've got water.
All right,
Nice and chilled.
I have 2 clips to go over. You get the whole twofer, Zan. All right. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me quickly do the screen share. The correct. Okay. All right. Live Xanderhal reaction.
Hello and shalom, my brothers, and welcome to a very special episode of the Tigger Tom Show. Today, I have a very special presentation.
Pardon? Yeah, it's off to a great start.
For all of you. A story, really. One of gaming, shaving, dangerous people pushing dangerous narratives, and my personal favorite pastime, being a merchant, an accumulator of wealth to hide away from my fellow man and look down upon the writhing masses in shame, and pity.
Okay, drop him, he's a racist.
All right, so that's the first clip. So what do you think so far?
He seems to include a clip right there at the end. Oh, I gotta mute it so I don't hear my own echo. He seems to include a clip right there at the end to try to like say, that was just a joke though, because he includes a clip where it's like, racist, and so it would all be a meme. But like, that's what I'm talking about when I refer to the type of content that and content creators that have a seemingly very interesting right-wing bias. And it's just interesting.
You know what? I'm gonna that clip. Oh my god! If you have a clip of Tipster defending Tom, I can't wait, because I had an argument with somebody on Twitter. First, they tried to say that Keemstar was the reason for Etika's death, and then they started talking about Turkey Tom. And I said, well, Tipster defended Keemstar on the Etika stuff. He goes, okay, but I still feel the way I feel about Tom. So I can't wait to show them a clip of Tipster defending that. So okay, I can't wait.
Yeah. Here's the second clip.
And destroy cities or build a badass fortress.
You're not sharing with us.
Oh, I'm not sharing the. Okay, my bad. Hold on.
Oh no, I'm watching the stream.
That's what we call a kefale.
Good one. Okay, here you go.
So funny, bro.
And destroy cities or build a badass fortress.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That works too.
You can just tell that he's trying his best to pretend like he cares about Vikings War of Clans, but like just behind his eyes you can see that he's just ready to die. Oh, look, it's my favorite developer, Plarium.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Why are we still here?
I mean,
just to suffer.
Being anti-Israel isn't always anti-Semitic, but the
given
shit
the fact,
altogether kinda,
yeah, that's from the same video.
Yeah,
and also,
uncommon.
He throws Nick Fuentes into the video at another point, just in the background for some reason.
Well, yeah, I think probably one of the most like disagreeable things on the surface that that sphere of the community is willing to admit is that they don't believe that regardless of any demonstrable harm that someone like Nick Fuentes, or Nick Fuentes as an example, could cause with the platform, that he should be deplatformed. I think that's like the most openly disagreeable take that they have. Like they'll dog whistle.
It doesn't seem like Tipster's saying anything.
Yeah, he's keeping pretty quiet.
Yeah.
This is a Jalen.
Yeah, like the USS Liberty thing.
Wait, what?
This is a Jalen take, by the way, just because Nick Fuentes is in there. All of a sudden, it's a big deal.
Thing is explicitly an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a dog whistle.
Let's finish this up.
He didn't say
Now go to the clip.
All right, hold on.
This is from 2019.
Just taking a quick vape break. And I see all this shit going on social media about Turkey Tom being an anti-Semite and a racist. This D'Angelo, whatever the fuck his name is, dude, going at him. And I think this shit is just like really ridiculous. I don't understand how people can't comprehend this fact that saying jokes about race and stuff like that doesn't automatically make you racist. First of all, I seen the video in question that this D'Angelo dude is talking about. I didn't see anything anti-Semitic in that video. Simply referencing Jews or, you know, criticizing a Jew doesn't make it anti-Semitic or anything like that. So that in itself is ridiculous. But he recently dug up some old DMs that are like a year old of Turkey Tom saying some really edgy stuff. And while it's definitely stuff I wouldn't say or whatever, let's be honest, we've all said really edgy shit when we were young. I mean, Turkey Tom is still a teenager, right? He's not even like, 18 years old or whatever, okay? And yeah, he's going to say edgy shit as a teenager. We've all done it. We can pretend like we haven't done it, and we can act like we're all saints and we've never said anything inappropriate or offensive ever. But we all know that's bullshit. All of us as teenagers have said really up shit. I just have a real problem with someone going after someone that's a teenager. We know how this SJW culture works. They get their hands on this kind of information, and it doesn't matter if you're a kid or an adult or it's something you said in the past. None of that matters. They go after these people relentlessly to ruin their reputation and their lives in ways that are completely irreparable. So my thoughts on this D'Angelo head is, how does it feel to be a complete and utter head who's literally going after a teenager and potentially ruining his life and reputation before he even has a chance to live out his life, to grow up and, achieve things in life and all that stuff? You're literally going to ruin this kid's life over stuff he said as an edgy teenager. Are you kidding, bro? That makes you the
this is a kind of a base take from Tipster if it wasn't for the fact that he's a fake loser, and I don't think that he actually believes any of the shit that he spews.
Damn, that's funny though. Oh, so Keffals doesn't want Tom to live it down. Are we gonna let Tipster live it down that he defended him? Good job.
Yeah.
We got 30 seconds left of Turkey Tom being the goated alpha male that he is.
Make sure to share it.
Are you 35 and still beefing with kids? Italy after Oreos, word up to Nick. Before we wrap up, got a question real quick. Why do all the hot ones not like dick?
I see them making fun of you on Kiwi farms. They're talking about how much of a creep you are. And you're such a fat loser that no girl would want to touch you even if she's on the ground and needs that CPR.
I just put Tipster in a king-size casket. Triple XL. You're like H3, but without the money. Your channel's dead. I find it funny. Shout out to Chris, but I love Sunny.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Jeez.
I thought it was a banger. Just saying.
My only genuine criticism of this is that Tom should have done some screamo. Okay, that's it. That's my only criticism.
God, not everything could be screamo. No.
I'm sorry. Okay, but that's like, okay, he's like, if there's anybody who has a similar taste in music to me in this community, it's Tom, and he should have done at least like one verse in screamo, okay, and I could die happy.
Well, maybe he'll do another song where he's doing screamo the whole time.
All right, well, Tom, if you see this,
he ain't gonna see this, I promise you. But
he follows me on Twitter. I could clip it,
True. Oh man.
To be honest, I would shave my head and put on a flannel shirt for the full effect. But 2 out of 10.
I would shave my head and put on a flannel shirt. Talk about dog whistles. You know what he's saying right there, right? Hello, people in chat with me. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
I was reading chat.
Jesus
chat.
Christ.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know what he's saying right there about shaving his head and putting on a flannel shirt, right?
Isn't that like an American X reference or something?
That is a neo-Nazi reference. That is a Nazi reference. Yes, he's calling him a Nazi.
Fair enough.
He looks like he smells.
Oh, Fantano. Wait, Fantano. Who's Fantano? I don't know Fantano. He's saying he wants to be a lesbian. Really? Not a Nazi? Oh, I always thought that to be Nazi. I'm sorry.
I mean, it could be a butch joke. I mean, maybe.
What is that? Oh. Okay, well then he's calling him a lesbian then. Which is...
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian, but I don't think Tom's a lesbian.
I mean...
I don't think
he
so.
He is dating a woman, right? Technically.
Oh, true. Good point.
Else. I'm not even saying that to be mean. He actually looks like he smells.
What do you think he smells like?
Like...
Axe.
Just BO? Or like maybe he like tries to wear Axe to cover it?
I feel like because if you know...
Shirt, the tap out shirt, I know what it smells like. It smells like Axe.
I feel like because
tap out shirts smell like Axe.
There's an ongoing meme.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Nebulous. I appreciate it. Thank you.
This is my favorite part right here. I want you to really pay attention to Keffals' face right here because this joke falls so flat. Oh my god. Okay, you play it. This is great.
I feel like because
tap out shirts smell like Axe.
There's an ongoing meme with Tom about how he drinks like hella Monster Energy. So I feel like the scent of like Monster Energy just oozes from his pores.
Yeah, I quit that shit a while ago, and it's crazy. It turns your pee green. Yeah.
Why would you ever? I don't know. If I drank anything and it turned my pee green, I would be like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore. It's not like it's like addictive like cigarettes or something.
I legitimately... I guess I'd gotten the Death Stranding propaganda, and I'd assumed, you know, maybe Monster's better for you as far as caffeine introduction than coffee. It is not. Coffee is infinitely better for you than any, like, energy drink.
This is a dumb conversation they're having right now.
Dude, the look on her face after he tells that joke. Oh my god.
This is horrible. Exactly, Takashi. Keffals, you did meth. Just saying.
Yeah, those things are like really bad for you. Like anytime I ever drink an energy drink, I just feel like dog once the energy wears off.
I mean, like in Canada, like on a Monster Energy, it's like if you consume more than 2 and experience the following symptoms, immediately seek medical help.
Oh,
Mikon, thank you for joining the Just Saying crew. Appreciate it.
Drank 2 Monsters once. Biggest mistake of my life. Back-to-back 2 Monsters was not a good decision, and I never did it again. Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
It's crazy. When I was younger, I used to like drink them like it was nothing, and it wouldn't even like give me any energy or anything. Do you guys remember?
I just can't even, like, after going to rehab for doing weight.
You know what, Medley? I was thinking the same thing. I thought he was saying that he was a skinhead, but apparently not, from what everybody else is saying in chat. So apparently not. I'm just thinking of an old school reference, because that was an old school reference. That's what you said about them. It was after the Turkey Tom situation is when he left the internet for his mental health. Oh, it was Turkey Tom, wasn't it? It was. It was about the fight him and Turkey Tom had. It was.
Too much Coke. Like, Monster is just, it pisses me off. You know? Like, if you're going to, like, destroy your body because you want energy, go all the way, you pussy.
I literally say the exact opposite to my audience. I tell them, listen, I've tried Coke before. It's not that good, okay? You can get the same experience of, like 2 key bumps of Coke from my experience, which is what I tried at a party once, and I'm never trying it again, is like the equivalent of drinking 2 Monster Energies.
Okay, Xanderhal's a nerd. I'm done with this.